Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited because I got my order in from Beauty Bay. When Beauty Bay showed this new mood palette, I knew I had to have it. It is so colorful, so fun, lots of neutrals in here too. Listen, I want to test this out. I really enjoy trying Beauty Bay palettes. I think they're so fun. I have tons of Beauty Bay videos here on my channel, and we're going to play with this palette today. Now, if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather, and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we do not try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, testing new palettes, we're here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I upload lots of new videos every single week, but I can't wait to get this palette on my eyes. So let's jump into it. Starting off, this palette was $18 US. I ordered this from the Beauty Bay site, and it has made its way from the UK to me here in the States down in Mississippi, and I'm so excited to play with this palette. I love this format from Beauty Bay when they do these 20 pan palettes. I love when they kind of curate a color story for us. We have this nice, cool packaging on the front. New mood is a bit raised, so a very nice. We have a big mirror inside, and we have this beautiful, beautiful color story. So I will show you a close-up of this palette so that you can see what it looked like before it was touched, when it's nice and brand new. Something I really, really like is the way this palette is laid out. I love that we have plenty of neutral tones, and when I look at this palette, I see quads. Like these four shadows right here could make a look. These four shadows in this corner, in the top corner, in this corner. If you don't know what to do, just pick a corner and go with those four shades. You can go by columns, you can go by rows, whatever. I think it will be a really, really pretty look. I like the curation of this color story. We have some deep colors. We have some bright poppy colors. I am going to show you swatches. These are just swatches. I dipped my finger into the pan and swatched on my arm. There are some really pretty mattes, some beautiful shimmers, and we have some duochromes in here too. So I'm very excited to play with this palette. Like I said, I do have an entire Beauty Bay playlist here on my channel if you're curious about some of their other palettes. I like the Beauty Bay eyeshadow formula. I think it's at a great price point. I mean, under $20, you're getting really, really pretty shadows. I have had a great experience with the Beauty Bay shadows. Specifically, their 20 pan palettes in this format have been my favorite. So I want to see, is this palette the same quality that I know and love from Beauty Bay? I'm going to test this. I'm going to see. Like I said, I know their formula. I have lots of their palettes, so I feel like I'm going to know really quick if this is the great quality that I am expecting. What we're going to do is we're going to do a look on each eye. I'm going to do two different looks. I just want to play with some shades in here. Have I said I'm excited? I think I've said I'm excited, so I'm not going to say that I'm excited again. What I am going to do is zoom y'all in nice and close, and we are going to create two different eye looks. I want to test these colors. I want to play. I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot in the shade LAYIN Low. Zoom y'all in. Let's get started. Okay, my eyes are primed, ready for shadow, and I don't have an idea of what I want to do. I just kind of want to play with this palette. I'm thinking a two-toned crease so that I can play with as many shades as possible. And I'm feeling some color right now. I'm really just wanting to play with color, do something really pretty and just colorful. Okay, I'm feeling colorful. So what I'm gonna do first is go into this shade right down here, this matte yellow called Joyful. It looks so pretty. Yes, there is a big mirror in this palette. I'm picking this up, I didn't even tell y'all, E25 from Sigma. And I want to press this in right here. I want this to kind of be like all matte yellow right here. Oh, that's really pretty. With these types of like really light but really vibrant shades, I like to press them right on top of the eye primer and then blend, but I really want to make sure that pigment like goes on and stays where I put it and is super vibrant. So that's just the technique I like to use, pressing it into the primer and then blending. And we can go back and blend different shades throughout the whole process, you know. But over here for this eye, what I think I'm gonna do, oh, we have so many options. I'm kind of thinking maybe this green, but then this shade right here is kind of calling to me. So I think this is what we'll do. We'll go in with Focused, this kind of not blue, not lavender, light blurple shade, you know, blue and purple make blurple. So it's not really a baby blue, it's not really a lavender, it's somewhere right in the middle of there, but I feel like it leans a little more on the blue side. So I'm just going to press here. Same thing, just pressing, since this is such a light shade, pressing it right on top of that primer to get a ton of pigment, and then I will just buff, buff, buff and blend. Okay, I'm really liking the way these shades are looking, and you know, I think it would be really pretty to like go in with this kind of brighter yellowy orange shade out here, do something monochromatic, could be super pretty. And over here, I could go in with like this deeper blue, that would be pretty, keep it like very monochromatic, but I'm not feeling that today. I'm just not feeling that as the vibe today. So what I'm gonna do is go in with Passionate over here on this this pink shade. And then over here, I actually wanna go in with this deep dark brown. I think that will be super duper pretty. This is the shade Powerful. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm dipping into the pink shade Passionate. This is a Beauty Bay brush. It came in a set. And again, I'm going to stamp the pigment on, just pressing it in first, and then I can go back and blend. So yes, just stamping it there. That's really pigmented, really, really pretty. And like I said, I can blend in a second, but right now I'm going to put that color down on the primer. And then I'm going to buff, and I'm going to use this shade right here to buff and blend it out as well. This is the shade Tender. Yes, Tender. So what I'm going to do first, like I said, I have that pigment down. I'm knocking stuff down on my desk. I'm going to make sure that pigment's there. I'm going to lightly buff around the edges. And then what I'm going to do is go into that lighter pink Tender and just kind of use that to soften up and blend so that we have a really nice fade out here and it doesn't, you know, give us harsh lines. You can definitely do this without incorporating the lighter pink shade. But I mean, I have this beautiful big palette here in front of me, so why not dip in to these shades? Now, I would love to know if you are going to try to recreate one of these looks. Maybe you're on a low buy, a no buy, and listen, if you are, shop your stash, see what you have. Maybe you have to dip in to 3, 4, 5 palettes to get all these colors. But I always want to encourage y'all to shop your stash. But then if you're wanting to see if this palette, you know, if you're curious about it and you're like, maybe I should buy it, I'm waiting for reviews, I'll definitely let you know at the end of this when both looks are done, kind of what I think about it. But so far, it's behaving like I expect Beauty Bay shadows to behave. Listen, I go back and forth between the shades when I'm doing my makeup, and I just see like, okay, you know, I might get tired of blending in an area. I'll move on to something else. Then I'll come back, I'll blend some more. So when I do my makeup, I'm constantly kind of rotating between brushes and shades and things like that, just making sure I have the eye look exactly how I want it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute, and I'm gonna go into that dark brown called Powerful, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing that I did with that bright hot pink. I'm going to stamp this on first, get the pigment where I want it, try to get it in the same placement as I did the pink. And I do want to use another blending shade. I just think that makes the look a little more, like, it adds a little something, right? Can make it look a little more complex. So I'll probably buff it out with this shade right here, this really warm brown called Curious. So I'm just going to keep buffing. This right here is a pretty cool toned brown, which I think is really pretty next to that blue. But I'm gonna add in this Curious shade that's a little more warm to buff it out, and it's gonna be really pretty. I bought this as soon as it went live on the Beauty Bay site. I was so excited, so I would love to know, were you excited for this? Did you buy this palette? Let me know. I always love hearing from y'all. I love talking to y'all in the comments. Yeah, that's blending out really, really beautifully. Okay, I've got my 2 Sigma pencil brushes ready. We are ready for the lower lash line, okay? I got them on deck. I want to keep the fun color going over here. I'm like, you know, let's keep it colorful. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it colorful. So why not go in with this blue? Why not go in with this blue? This is called Confident. It's a pretty shade. So yeah, okay, let me go ahead and show you. Confident is gonna go over here. Blue under here. It'd also be beautiful over here, of course, but I wanna mix it up. I wanna add some blue here. And then for under here, I wanna put in Bold, which is like a black shade. It's not super duper pigmented black, which can be good because that means it's going to be buildable and blendable, and I really like that in a black shadow. You know, sometimes you want to go in with the black shadow and you want like wham bam pigment right out the gate, but I've really been into blacks that are a little more soft so that you can mix them with other shades, you know, use it to deepen up different colorful shadows, and just a black that's really easy to blend. That's how this black seems, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's easy to blend. We're gonna see if it's easy to build when I put it on this lower lash line. This I'm loving. I'm loving the pink, the yellow, the blue, loving that. Okay, now for over here, I'm gonna get close to the mirror. I'm going to press that black in. Sorry, I was kind of putting my head down where it's not easiest for y'all to see. So there we go. I'm just pressing that black on the lower lash line, and then I'm slowly going to blend, and that's blending really well. Okay, good. Is it low and dramatic? Yes, but I want these looks to be dramatic. I really want them to be dramatic. So I'm blending them a bit lower than maybe I normally would because I want to go in with a bold lash later, and I want this to be kind of balanced. So I'm actually going to come back to the blue and blend this out a little bit lower as well. Okay, so I'm looking a little crazy right now. It's okay. It's going to be beautiful in the end. I just know it. But we have some duochromes in here. So this is like a white blue shifty shade down here. We have a white pink shifty shade here. I think I'm going to use these for the inner corner, probably the white to pink here and the white to blue here. So that one would be called Serene, and then this one is called Free. But first, I want to do a sparkle all over the lid. Now, I was kind of looking at this shade here. Looks like a kind of like green brown or green pink type of duochrome. I think that would be really pretty here, but I really want to go in with this kind of peachy pinky orange shade. I think that one looks really, really beautiful, and I kind of just want to like go in with this pretty blue purple over here. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let this eye be a little more chill vibes, and we're gonna let this one bring the crazy color. So I want to go in with this shade right here called Intimate. Okay, so I've got the shade Intimate picked up on an E54 from Sigma, and I'm going to press this on to the lid first. I did not pick up enough shadow, and I am going to spray my brush, minimize any fallout I may get, kind of intensify the shimmer a bit. Okay, here is this shade. I feel like it looks so beautiful. I want to do a little more blending right here, but right now I just want to take that white to pink kind of shifty shadow called Free, and we're gonna put that right here on the inner corner. Really, really pretty shade. You could also use this shade as a face highlight. I already have highlight on, you can see, so I can't try that, but that's pretty. I'm gonna pull it down right here on the inner corner and kind of brush it over top of that blue matte shadow, and even pull it up here a little bit onto the yellow matte. Just really, really pretty. I think this will be a super duper beautiful topper shade as well. Like if you wanted to put a matte all over the lid and then just go in with your finger and kind of tap this on top, that could be really beautiful. Okay, now I've got that blue shade inspired on a Sigma Cinderella brush. And same thing, I'm going to kind of tap it on and just put this all over the lid. Look at those sparkles. Oh, so pretty, honestly, so pretty. But I really like the intensity of the sparkles on this shade. All right, I'm just going to buff it on now, kind of blend a bit. Make sure I have that how I want it. Of course, I'm going to go back and blend these shades just a little bit more in a minute because I want to make sure I don't lose this depth out here in the outer corner at all. And then let's do inner corner. I'm going to pick up this little brush and we're going to go in with that kind of white blue shade that we talked about earlier for the inner corner. And just like I did over here, pulling that shade on top of the blue, I'm going to pull this shade a little bit on top of the black down here. And it's just going to make this look a little more dimensional, a little less one dimension. I'm not sure the right way to say that, but man, I'm really liking the way these are turning out. I'm going to blend a bit more. I'm going to put on liner, lashes, and then I'll come back to show you the finished look. I'll tell you what else is on my face, and I'll kind of talk about my thoughts on this palette so far. All right, y'all, here are the two finished looks. I feel so pretty in these looks. I think they're so fun. I added some LILLY lashes. I will link them down in the description box, and I just used black eyeliner. I was about to say brown, but no, I used black eyeliner. I love both of these looks. In my opinion, this palette performs just like I expect my Beauty Bay palettes to perform. If you have the Wilderness palette, if you have the Jade palette, something like that, these shadows performed the exact same for me. So it's that same great Beauty Bay formula we know and love. I mean, $18. $18 for this new mod palette. If this is your color story, if you like Beauty Bay shadows, I definitely recommend this. I think it's really, really pretty, and I think it's really fun. If you want to stay and create a completely neutral look, you can definitely do that. You can do monochromatic looks. I just feel like there's options in this palette. I really like both looks. I can't pick a favorite. I like them both for different reasons. But yeah, I like keep looking at myself. I'm like, that's fun. That's a fun shadow look. Now, if you're curious about the other products I have on my face, let me tell you, I'm wearing this blush from Unearthly. This is the shade Tangy. I'm also wearing Makeup by Mario. This is the Cozy Lip Cream in Almost Bare. I'm wearing a Lunar Beauty gloss in the shade Witchcraft, and oh, my highlighter is Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Low Light palette, and I'm wearing this shade right here, Synth Wave. That is what is on my eyes, my lips, my cheeks. I am feeling myself. My husband just brought dinner home though. I'm ready to go eat. So I hope y'all are having a super awesome, amazing day. I'm very excited to keep playing with this palette. I will follow up in a few weeks, let y'all know what I think about this once I'm able to test it out a little bit more. But I can pretty much go ahead and tell you, it's that Beauty Bay formula that we love. Listen, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting tired. It's time for me to go. Make sure you subscribe because I will be back tomorrow with a new video. Bye.